What's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. I hope everybody is doing swell, well, thriving, and surviving, child. Whew. It's the summertime. It is the summertime. I still have students. I didn't know I was going to have this many students for the summertime. But you know what? They keep me young. They keep me young. And guess what? All my students, they graduated and moved on to the next grade with 3.5s and higher. So by all means, I love the work that I put in doing what I like to do. So, you know, it all pays off. It's part of life, right? So by all means, I hope y'all are enjoying the weather as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? But not to a miserable standpoint. Because I know where I'm at. I mean, it's 90 degrees. It was 90 degrees 2 weeks ago, and summer just started. So I hope y'all staying cool, so on and so forth. Yeah, so be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. All right, so go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. You know, I had to go and get Dunkin' Donuts. I had to do I guess you could say kind of like an impromptu catering event. So by all means, if you haven't caught me on this channel, I'm 9 times out of 10 over on my secondary channel, Stella Bistro Foods. And if I'm not there, then if you are on my Instagram or you are on my TikTok, you'll see I am at Arts at 3634 as well as Dream Academy. So yeah, a girl's been busy, but I had time today because you know what time it is at the good old Hobby Lobby. You know what time it is. So we got some stuff I need to go through because I'm trying to get ready for the holidays. If you get ready early, you get ready early. And not the irony of me grabbing this big bag. So yeah, ooh, I gotta get some more containers and all types of stuff. Because I mean, literally, maybe one day I'll do a behind the scenes, right? I don't know if I'll put it in my Patreon. Maybe I'll put it in my Patreon, but I'll give you a behind the scenes of pretty much like my stock warehouse, because I have very well like close to like 4,000 pieces. So needless to say, nor here nor there, we got a couple of things that we need to catch up on. So I am multitasking at the same time. So if you hear the printer go off and all that good stuff, just know your girl is working, okay? So anyway, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. Okay, so let's have some tea talk. Since now the house is quiet and I'm able to like hear myself think and talk, let's have a tea talk about some things. Okay, now some of what I'm going to say in this tea talk, you may very well think is comical. For the ones who've been with me so long, hello to the ones that are new. You will seem to understand certain things as time goes on with this channel, that you know, everything in life as far as like what we come across, what we like experience, and you know what life's, you know, whatever life throws at you, everything is perpendicular. You feel me? So, you know, you'll get along. You'll get along. Just, you know, by all means, just take your time. Let me close this window because I feel the heat in the air. Whew. No Phil Collins. Okay. So yeah, you know, go on ahead, get your seat. You know, like I said, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. Right? So this tea talk, I will say, is sponsored by Thin Air, because that's exactly where it came from. I don't know, you know, in times when you're learning to grow and to heal and what may have you, in times of you progressing and emotionally maturing and mentally maturing, you do have times like things will just pop up, right? You have random things that will pop up in your head that maybe were unresolved in the past, or it's just a simple thing of now you're at a place to be able to handle the unload, right? You're able to handle the unload, meaning, okay, well, this is what happened then, You know, you're able to see it through a different lens. Your reaction is not the same. That's because you have matured. And when that happens, it's a freeing feeling, because you no longer have someone, something, some place, some event, some circumstance have the majority hold on your control. It's just like a company. When you have investors, whoever has the most shares, the bigger percentage, is the one who has the majority control. They're the one who's able to finalize and say no to whatever they don't want to have go, come, stay, etc. And when we decide to be in situations and relieve ourselves from situations, there's still some type of like investor percentage there, right? Because our feelings are still going to be there, though the person isn't. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. All right, so you still have that like investor feeling, but once you start to stand on your own 2 feet, using what you know to get you through, then that little percentage difference don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you were able to tip the scales more in your favor than you know. See, when you tip it just the slightest, just to bring that percentage up a bit on your end, it makes it so now you have that control to yay or nay certain things, everything. Things you don't like, things that cross your boundaries. It's all part of the ebb and flow of, you know, you building relationships. We are going to be talking about that on my counseling channel, right? So make sure you subscribe to every fucking thing, okay? So when we have that, when we are in that place where we're able to say, we can say you can practice autonomy of yes and no. You knowing what you want, what you don't want. You're going to have that small, confused ass groups, real small, because common sense ain't common. So that's why the group is small. Those folks we look at cross-eyed and shit like that. Even then, we can go to a situation and we can go to a circumstance leaning more on the lines of, if you read the news, you watch the news, you read the papers, you stay close to knowing what the hell is going on around you, including the world besides your neighborhood, you will understand that a lot of big chains and corporations, they're feeling the closures, they're feeling the bankruptcies, they're feeling the deficits, right? And a lot of times, even for small business folks, we feel deficits majority of the time. And even though we may be small businesses, the hits are real. You feel me? Full Force, Spear, Goldberg, Roman Reigns, you name it. Like, you feel it, Edge, Christian, you name it. Like, you feel it. And so it's interesting seeing that these big corporations, they have these gut punches, right? They have these gut punches. And then you have small businesses like ourselves, right? All of us around here in the little Doubtfire, what may have you. We have our own little businesses, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, whatever you go to and you cash that check and that bitch clear, we all have something that we do, right? And so when we feel that gut punch of something not working, we still continue to create. We still try to figure it out. We have a smaller board to approve things through versus a corporation. So your blows, the hits to you, is they still just as detrimental. You just don't have to go through as much as what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have that many people to fucking to please outside of your customers. Whatever you make, they gonna like it. And everybody's weird, and that's what makes people successful, right? Things that make us weird, the experiences that make us that way, kind of tailors to what our personality is. If I'm a person that don't care for something, I get all the time, I have these eyes that tell a story. Well, I'm gonna tell it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is this? Okay, so when we gain employment that we're once excited about, and then we find down the line that we outgrow. It's not such thing as getting fired or anything in my head, in my world. It's just, you know what, you outgrow shit. And sometimes when you learn it at such a fast rate, regardless of if it's forced or if it's something that you wanted to, regardless of, you know what I'm saying, that if you're really into something and you learn it, you can get bored very easily if there's not a scale for you to be able to expand, to be enlightened, right? So it stalls you, right? It will stall a person who goes from job to job, like application to application, resume to resume. But someone who is their own boss and what they do is a passion, you know, there's a skill set that a business needs in order to hire you, versus you having your own business and the only skill you have to please and qualify yourself for is to make sure your talent is and your passion still add up. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, to condense it, is that when you have skill, you'll find work. But when you have talent, bitch, you will never be unemployed. Never be unemployed. Right? That right there is part of your light. But let's go back to this small, uncommon portion, right? Everyone loves to climb the totem pole. Everyone loves to climb the big tall monuments, the big tall mountains. You know, everyone wants to go to the tippy top of a parking garage lot, you know, a garage, and they want to see the night sky. They want to be able to see shit in the middle of the ocean. They want to climb all the way up to the Statue of Liberty. They want to stand in the little palm, whatchamacallit, look around. They love the sightsee. They love the sightsee. They can't see without your light. But boy, oh boy, baby, shouts out to Sass, baby, when it comes to a time that darkness come and that light, you still can see miles, kilometers, meters long. You got that type of light. See, not everybody can stay too close to a lighthouse, because if you've ever experienced it, it's not so much of like being near the sun, but it's like me having this ring light, right? I have this ring light on, and if I'm not looking at the camera, if I'm kind of like wandering off, making sure my sentences make sense, this shit is bright as fuck to stare near. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bright. So this is why my camera is this way versus me putting it on my shelf. I know my eye pressure medically, and so this is as close to the lane that I'm going to get to saying, you know what, we're gonna figure this out. I would do this bitch in the dark, but I'm telling you, that's how bright your light is. And not too many people, like I just admitted, cannot stand that close to the light. You gotta understand, this thing called demon time, it's true shit. It is true shit. If you ever seen the cartoon Gargoyles, do your research. That is a good example. But get this, even when Batman go out at night and his shit up there that damn bright, staying too close to wherever the fuck he getting that light from, and tell me what you feel. The light's bright, right? But you can see it in the dark, just like at a lighthouse. You can see the light from that tower in the dark. That's how bright, that's how valuable your light is, your spirit is, your soul is. So when you are around darkness, that can be people, places, and things. If it feels ill, it probably got some type of darkness in it. Anytime you come across people, places, and things, and you know there's more darkness around you than you know, a good testament is your spirit, your psyche, and your energy is going to let it all be known. Your vibration is going to give you a reaction. We all have instincts. We're talking about this in an elevated perspective. Okay, we doing this as a warrior talk, because now that you know you can glow, you need to understand the definition of why. And so when your spirit, when your energy, when your heart is in a good place, and you got to understand, that's easy to see. That's easy to see when you mean it. It's easy to see when you stand for something, right? This also makes us prime targets because we're a challenge. Not they're challenged. They see us as a challenge. And as much and as hard as we go to still show our light, and we can say it, I can, for example, don't tell me what to do. I do what I want to. I'm grown. All these words that we're saying precisely just means you're not going to take my independence. You're not going to have more control in my feelings than I do. You are not my emotional investor. I am. When you put your foot down on all these things, bitch, you are bright as a fucking lighthouse. The person, place, or thing that's trying to tell you to dumb your shit down, dim your shit down, you know, coexist down, they're dimming your light. You're too bright. And the best way for things to blend that are bright is be with other bright shit. Other bright people, other bright places, other bright things. I mean, look, these two yarns right here, these two right here, same color. If I was to put these mofos over here with the blacks and the grays and the browns, which one will still shine brighter? So with that being said, you need to stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. All right. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you, you know, if it helps you understand that happiness and peace exists, stick with it. The only person you got to explain shit to is yourself, and that's only to make sure that your ass makes sense. Like I tell my students, double check your own shit, so then that way can't no one ever tell you right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, it's a math problem. Now, mind you, I have dyslexia. I go the old school long way around to get my answer, and I show my work, and I can literally reason. And explain all my shit from the end all the way back to the top, from the top all the way back down. And I tell my students, it's good for you to be able to speak for yourself, to advocate for yourself. So with you showing your work, that's when you're able to explain and let them know, you know, you need to talk up and open up your mind a little bit. There's more than one way to get to your house. I know you got a back road, an interstate, a freeway. I know you got ways to get home. Just like I got different ways to get to the same answers what you got. So, you know, check yourself and your work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do that with the people that we are around. Because as much as times, and oh my God, there's so much going on overseas. Like literally overseas. I mean, I think for me and my time being here on earth, that's the darkest. They're 3 years, you know, overseas is like 3 years like ahead of us in certain things. So just put that in perspective. If you didn't hear it, rewind it back. So knowing that there's going to be times to come where we're going to have to depend on our light to stay strong. We're going to need to depend on our light to be able to discern. We're going to need to depend on our light to keep going. Hear all these things I'm saying. You have no outside, you know, you have no outside investor in who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are the light in your lighthouse. There's no one outside your home, you need to explain yourself to. You are the light in your home. Just like everybody got a car, right? Everybody got a car, but we all don't got the same key. That's what makes that shit yours. Alright? Well, guess what? I got the key to my light. I can open up my door. I can turn the light out when I don't want to. I can play SpongeBob and have the reflection bounce off the fucking windows. I can do what the fucks I want. Because I'm the light in my house. And guess what happens in a lighthouse? Can't nobody dim that shit. I think that shit is so gangster. Like, you cannot dim the light in a lighthouse, bitch. You can't dim the light in a light tower, bitch. Okay, you can go away. Just like nighttime, you can go away. Bitch, I'm not going nowhere. You know? And we have to keep that mentality. Not to be arrogant, not to be cocky, not to side-eye anybody. Keep you in check. Keep you in favor. Keep you in mind. Keep you priority. Because healing yourself is healthy. Heal thyself. I did a video on it. Heal thyself is healthy. When we start to over engage and, you know, conjugate with people who, even though they may feel as if like, I'm going to be your friend, or I'm going to be there because I see you have lack thereof, but you see that their personality is as hideous as Harambe, then baby, I think they gonna do fine on their own if you not their friend. If that's how they want to walk around and be, if they want to have this gutter snipe ass all about me selfish mentality, then by all means, I think they'll be just fine without you being their friend. You too bright for them. In the words of my father, life gonna be their best teacher. Okay? And life was your best teacher. Because guess what? You learned the best fucking lessons. And that's why you're too bright for dumb places. You're too bright for bad situations. You're too bright to feel as if like you're by yourself and you're left behind. Baby, I am here. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm not going nowhere. Alright? Life happens, but my light will always show up on time for whoever needs to hear it, whoever needs to feel it, whoever needs to laugh it out, whoever needs to hear some serious shit. I am here, okay? 10 toes down in shoes, bitch. I am here. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. You got a light about you. So, you know what I'm saying? Decorate your little walls. Put your pictures up. You know what I'm saying? Put your bed here. Put your shoes wherever you want them to be. But this is your lighthouse. And the light in the house can do whatever the fuck it wants to. I have not met anyone yet that could have told me on any given day with a hair sprouting out my scalp, tell me you're not going to be able to accomplish what you want. I've had people shit on what I wanted to accomplish. Parents too. But guess what? Even cow manure helps make the most beautiful, rich plants and flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, allegorically, you can shit on me all you want to. I know some good gonna come out of it. Cause honey, you not shitting on stone, and you damn sure not shitting on something that can't learn from something else. So you go right on ahead. You come right on ahead. It is what it is. When they come in your lane, you school them. But when they see your lane, respect it. Cause that's the only way you gonna get from point A to point B. You know, you got to stone cold Steve Austin stare motherfuckers down to let it be known. This is my light. This is my house. And you can get the fucks out. That's it. That's it. Don't let nobody dim your light. Don't let nobody dim your light. If you're talented, don't let nobody dim your light. If you're smart, don't let nobody dim your light. If you're unique, and you know it, all y'all unique, don't dim your light for nobody. Nobody. Period. If anything, you need to tell them to turn the fucking light on. You ready for the closings? Come on. Come here. This nigga is stretching. Talking about something. I'm ready for my close-up. Come on. You're due on set in 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. I guess it's breaking news. I'm doing the closing by myself. He's up underneath his little house, so he's had a busy couple of days, you know, with traveling and everything, so I'm gonna let him be. This is why I tell him, like, look, you lucky you a cat, because being on 2 legs and being self-employed, do you know I gotta generate an income every day? Okay. Alright, well, it's okay. It's alright. So, yes, he is out today, okay? He, in the words of the newscasters, such and such is on leave tonight. I'm going to be bringing you the 10 o'clock news. My name is... Alright, so... be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Tell me down below, like, what makes you glow? What makes you light? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out my words and then look for him at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and let it be known, like, you know, what makes you glow? What is the source of your light? Bitch. I impress myself sometimes. Bitch, what is the source of your light? And don't say a lamp. Please don't. That's some shit I will put down in the comments, so that way the answer is taken. But no, where you get your light from? Okay, y'all. I have this new I have this newfound interest. I have this newfound interest in Egyptian crochet thread. Did I say it right? Yeah, I did. Egyptian crochet thread. I'm like, I don't know why I am, but I am. I'm trying to get my colors up, because before I start my next project, I want to make sure, like, I have everything that I need. And I also want to try to see if this is durable for me to put on my sewing machine, so I can use as threads too. Because a lot of tops like this one, let me show you. That one right there, a lot of tops that I make, they're for plus size. Like, they're for C and D cups mainly. I want a stronger thread besides, like, the yarn. So, because you know us women, like, when it's that time of the month, we swell. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I make those type of tops. Like, I just got into doing that, like, maybe a year and a half ago. So, yeah. So, mainly my tops that are in my stores, they're for mainly, like, C and D cup. So, I want to try something with these. I don't know just yet. I have a couple of ideas, but I think it's just smarter for me to stock up on the Egyptian crochet threads first. But these, you already know on the website, if you haven't gone yet. Let me see. Like these. Let me see. Wait, how do they do it? There you go. Yeah. So, like, these are on my website. And they're scrunchies. They're scrunchies. So you got the regular, you got velvet. And then for the gentlemen, we have a double bow crochet collars, so that way, you know, when you wear your little suits or what may have you, you know, let me stop. But yeah, you can and it has like 2 different buttons, so that way, you know what I'm saying, depending on, like, you know, the length that you need. The base, I think, is like 18 inches, so, you know, if you're just trying to figure out what length you need, just double check your, like, just put a measure tape or a string around your neck and just measure it, give yourself a little space, and then that will tell you the measurement as far as like your neck is concerned. Gentlemen, you know, y'all know this more than anything. I like skinny ties. Like, I have a couple of like pantsuits that I wear, especially like when I have like public speaking and stuff like that. I don't like to wear dresses and everything. I prefer to wear pantsuits. So I have a couple of like different like skinny ties that I wear. I'll do a bow every now and then. It just depends. When I'm in a setting amongst, you know, colleagues like that, yeah, that's just me. I'm more of a slacks and blouse type woman. So yeah. So was this right here or right there? I don't remember. It'll be okay. So yeah, so that's all of what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet. Oh, there's my phone. I'm the worst. I got an office phone now, because if you try to send me anything on my cell phone, child, I'll be over here 1 minute, I didn't throw this phone over here, and I'll be looking for almost 2 hours, give up and find it 6 o'clock this evening. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. So yeah, so I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. So yeah, so so that's that. I got this other huge bag to look in, so I'm not even gonna bore you all with that. So anyway, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below, so then that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks and my U-Haul, so on and so forth. I hope you all start off the week fabulously with whatever you're doing. And until we meet again later this week, bye.